Was it an act of terror? Tonight, we have new information about the FBI investigation into this mass shooting in Austin and new images you want to see.
Another crash at a dangerous roundabout in Dallas. Officials now circling back for solutions. 2 people left dangling hundreds of feet in the air after a hot air balloon collision. Details on how it happened.
Rain on the way, on and off for 5 days. I'll tell you when it will begin, when it will end, the weekend forecast too coming up.
And with the hours ticking down to Election Day, some key races in Texas are drawing national attention.
Tonight, a memorial is growing in downtown Austin for the 2 college students killed on 6th Street Sunday. Police have just identified them as 19-year-old Ryder Harrington and 21-year-old Savitha Shawn. Shawn was a student at UT Austin, Harrington a student at Texas Tech.
Yeah, paramedics rushed 13 others to hospitals nearby, and we just learned doctors plan to take another victim off life support soon.
Now, investigators are working to find out why the gunman pulled the trigger. Teresa Woodard is live in Austin with what we need to know tonight. Teresa?
Cynthia and Chris, Austin's police chief calls this a complex crime scene, but we know that 6th Street, where I'm standing, is not the only location that agents are focused on. We have obtained some new video and some pictures from an apartment complex in Del Valley. That is a suburb of Austin. It is about 10 miles or so away, and I want you to take a look at them. You can actually see SWAT team members swarming this apartment complex on Sunday, just hours after the shooting. We went to that apartment today. The back door now boarded up with plywood. Some cardboard boxes are on the patio there. But now pay particular attention to this video. It's from a doorbell camera. And based on the timestamp, which is just hours before the shooting, you see in footage that's also been shared with the FBI, a man in a gray hoodie leaving the same apartment that was raided. In an image ABC News confirmed is the suspect just before the attack. He is wearing a gray hoodie that says property of Allah. Police say under that hoodie was a shirt with an Iranian symbol on it. The FBI continues to say this mass shooting was a possible act of terror. Agents are proceeding carefully before declaring with certainty that it was one.
Any declarations on what led to that motive would be premature. Right, we want to make sure that we have our facts 100% correct, or as close to, or at least we've tracked down every possible lead that we can, because that's what we owe to the victims.
So what they're going to try to do is make the connection through some sort of a written manifesto, a video, or some other kind of proof, maybe a witness, maybe individuals that may have witnessed this guy talk ill of the United States and perhaps be angry at the fact that the U.S. is bombing Iran. And so something that would attest to the fact that there is, in fact, a reason that is ideologically founded that led this person to commit this horrible acts.
Criminologist Alex Del Carmen told me determining with certainty that this is terror is going to be the trickiest part of an FBI investigation, but it's the part that the FBI is no doubt devoting a lot of resources to. Tonight, we know from police that this suspect legally purchased the guns that were used in San Antonio back in 2017. We also know, Cynthia, that this suspect was on no radar from the FBI or Austin PD.
So many more questions to answer. Thank you, Teresa. And as you mentioned, FBI investigators are looking into this shooting as a possible terrorist act due to the war in Iran. The conflict that began Saturday after the U.S. and Israel's massive operation killed several top leaders in Iran, including the Ayatollah and his wife. Since then, 18 service members have been seriously wounded, and at least 4 U.S. service members have been killed.
In their memory, we continue this mission with ferocious, unyielding resolve to crush the threat this terrorist regime poses to the American people. We have the strongest and most powerful, by far, military in the world, and we will easily prevail.
We'll have more on the war in Iran and the special role Fort Worth police are playing to keep all of North Texas safe later at 6:30.
Right now, police are investigating a deadly crash off Independence Parkway near Plano Parkway. This happened around noon. Officers say a driver in a blue Chevy lost control and traveled over the median, crashing into a Lincoln Navigator. 4 people were inside, including a 15-year-old That young man died at the scene, and right now police are still working to find out if speed was a factor. The evening rush is well underway right now across North Texas, so let's get to Stacia for a look at what's happening on the road.
Yeah, Chris, so we have a few problems, including a fuel spill in Tarrant County. So this is just north of DFW Airport. It is causing a major backup along 114 westbound to International. I'm going to go through a couple of cameras and get you the right shot there, because it's not the only problem that we're seeing out there. But this backup is extensive through the Capel area, again, just north of DFW Airport. Also, major problems along Loop 12. 2 different accidents, including Loop 12 northbound at Northwest Highway and another one right there at the south end of the Trinity River. That one involves some smoke. Hey, be careful if you're heading out right now, guys.
All right, thank you very much, Stacia. Dozens of people dressed in blue rallied inside City Hall today, asking the council to save the building. Dallas city leaders are weighing whether to sell City Hall and relocate or pay hundreds of millions of dollars to fix countless issues. Those include plumbing, heating, AC, concrete deterioration, and even the risk of mold.
We believe that it made a compelling and overwhelming case that this building needs major comprehensive rehabilitation.
My God, what have we become that we argue these points and we are thrown down this rabbit hole to wonder why it all doesn't add up?
Well, the council heard from residents about where they stand today. City leaders will vote on the fate of City Hall Wednesday at noon. In the past couple hours, Tarrant County announced plans to open all its polling sites on Election Day. We've been reporting on the county's staffing shortage, and they still needed 200 clerks and 20 judges on Friday. If you plan to vote in the March primaries tomorrow, go to tarrantcountytexas.gov and check the wait times before getting in line.
No matter where you are, we have plenty of resources for you to be ready with your ballot. And you can watch WFAA's Y'all-itics Voter Guide on WFAA Plus on demand to help you know more about the top races on the ballot. Then we have information on what to bring to vote, what not to bring, including your cell phone inside the voting poll, and how to find your precinct at WFAA.com/vote. Don't forget, WFAA Plus is the place to be all day tomorrow. Our Election Day coverage on WFAA Plus starts tomorrow at noon, and our results special begins as soon as polls close at 7. WFAA Plus, free to download to your TV right now.
Now to a story involving 2 schools from Burleson and North Richland Hills. The Birdville Hawks played the Centennial Spartans Friday night in a UIL playoff basketball game. Birdville won the game, and then a racist video started circulating online, superimposing a Centennial player's face. We should warn you, the video is disturbing, but the player's mom just told Brittany Costello someone has to be held accountable.
It started with a notification on Instagram.
When I saw it, I gasped.
Devonna Phillips opened her phone over the weekend to this video.
Toby be good.
She recognized this scene from the 1970s miniseries Roots, in which an enslaved man is brutally beaten until he renounces his African name and identity. But in the video, you don't see an actor.
Toby be good for your hand, boss. Good for your hand.
You see her 16-year-old son's face that we've blurred.
He was like, don't cry.
She was heartbroken.
Really hurt my feelings to see him portrayed as a slave.
She says her son, Mason Williams, handled it with grace.
This was really hateful. My son really doesn't bother anybody. He just loves basketball, and he definitely didn't deserve this.
Williams is a junior and varsity athlete for Burleson Centennial. Friday was a big night. Burleson had a playoff basketball game against Birdville High School when Phillips saw the name of the creator.
Birdville Barstool.
It clicked. The page claims to have no affiliation with the school other than being its #1 student section.
A spokesperson for Birdville ISD says district leadership is aware of this video, that they are, quote, disappointed and angered by it. In a statement, they say it is not indicative of the values and morals they expect from their students. They are actively working to address it.
Birdville tracked down a 16-year-old student who they believe posted the video. They say the student is not involved with the basketball team.
This is to bring awareness
that actions have consequences. Birdville ISD says the student involved is no longer a student, and they are working with local law enforcement.
They want to make an apology to my son, which I appreciate.
Phillips says this should serve as a lesson.
I just want people to be aware of what's really going on their kids' phone.
In North Richland Hills, I'm Brittany Costello,